Live from Liberty Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We got a mega Sunday in store for you guys tonight as the first game, the Jacksonville Kings coming in at 6-4, taking on Sioux Falls at 7-3. Jacksonville looking to clinch a playoff spot with a win. Sioux Falls already clinched. As you take a look, joining me in the booth is Eddie Gage. Eddie, how you doing tonight?
What up, though? This is an important matchup for both teams as they look, Sioux Falls that is, to secure their playoff positioning. Jacksonville looking to clinch a playoff spot. A contrast of offenses of both of these teams should be a great one today.
As you take a look, Jacksonville the best in the SFL, Sioux Falls the best in the SFL as well. We'll have to see what gives in the matchup that we have going on. So Eddie, joining us in the stats truck is Steven Hacker. Thank you so much for doing the stats for us today. And so the coin toss, it is tails. And so is the Sioux Falls Sparrows wearing the all gray uniforms. We're getting ready to kick this one off momentarily. But Eddie, what is some keys for both teams for today?
Sioux Falls, one of the league leaders in rushing the ball. Jacksonville, the league leader in passing. A contrast of interest, I guess you could call this one. It's just going to all depend on whose will prevails here today.
And the ball is teed up. And we are underway from Sioux Falls as Jacksonville will get the ball to start. Hunter Jones will field it. He's got a little bit of room, and he's going to get up to the 27-yard line. And that is where we will see Christian Christensen and his first possession of the game.
Christian Christensen, he's a gunslinger, a risk taker. Come on.
First down and 10 from their own 27. Christensen under center. He's got Jared Willis in the backfield. Christensen dropping back and a fire out to the left. And the pass will be caught by Ken Gossett. He'll get his first reception on the day, and it goes for 6.
Ken Gossett coming in with 102 receptions, leading the SFL in both receptions and second in yard.
Second and 4 for Christensen. He'll go under center. Willis in the backfield, 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation. Christensen, short drop. He's going to fire it to the tight end, but it goes off his hands as he was looking for Jack Wall, the tight end, and it falls incomplete. As you take a look at the starters on the offense, Christensen, Jared Willis, the receiving core, Hunter Jones, Grayson Willis, Ken Gossett, tight end, Jack Wall, and the kicker, Mike Klein Jr.
Jack Wall had to kind of contort his body to make that catch, unable to come up with it.
Key third down on the opening drive for the Jacksonville Kings. Christensen under center, small drop, and he's got a fighter across the middle. The pass is caught, and getting the reception and getting the first down will be Hunter Jones.
Hunter Jones, he's more like the possession receiver to this team. He comes in with only 44 catches, averaging almost 11 per. He's the chain mover of this offense.
And just like that, one first down, and they're 1 for 1 on the third down conversions thus early in the game. Christensen, shotgun formation, empty set, taking the snap, firing across the middle of the field, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for his tight end yet again, Jack Wall.
It's unfortunate. If he looks to his left, he found Hunter Jones wide open. That would have been a nice first down for him again.
The starters for the defense, you take a look, A.J. Levy, the linebacking core of Alex Parker, Jose Fuentes, and Nick Fargo. The secondary, John Barnhart, Terrell Davis, Jay Ringgold, A.J. Levy. In the defensive line, James Kelly and Jonathan Camp, along with defensive tackle Cam Frosby. And firing across the middle of the field is Christensen yet again, and finding Ken Gossett, who's now up to 20 yards on 2 catches.
That was an impressive throw right there. He got the ball right over the defender there, right over his back shoulder.
Christensen's moving this Kings offense down the field on their first possession. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Christensen will go under center. Jared Willis in the backfield. Christensen dropping back. Got some time, but the pressure's coming. He's going to be hit and sacked on the play.
We were just wondering when it would come. Sioux Falls come out in a press look. None of the receivers could get open. In fact, it was jammed up quite easily there by the defense, forced to pat the ball and eat that sack.
Zeke Zimmerman getting in there, getting his first sack of the ball game. And just like that, moving the Kings behind the chains. It's now 2nd and 12. Christensen under center. He takes the snap, dropping back, firing it across the middle of the field, and it's going to be batted, almost intercepted on deflection as Parker, the middle linebacker, in coverage.
Christensen comes into this game first in the SFL in pass completion. That one he wants back.
Christensen was looking good, but then the sack forced him into behind the chains, and then there, the pass, luckily it wasn't intercepted. So it's 3rd down and 12 from the Sioux Falls 41-yard line. Christensen in the under center formation got trips to the top of the screen, dropping back. Christensen's got some time, gonna fight her across the middle, and it's gonna be intercepted by the Sioux Falls. Coming up and making the interception is Jay Ringgold.
Yeah, Christensen's going to want that one back. He actually had the receiver open, but led him just a bit too far. Jay Ringgold, the beneficiary of the interception. Tried to start off promising, ended with that sack on 1st down.
John Barnhart, with the interception. I thought it was Jay Ringgold coming over the top, but it was John Barnhart who gets the interception, turning the tides and giving the ball to the Sioux Falls Sparrows at their own 27-yard line. That is where Julian Tyree will start. He'll go under center, handing it off to the veteran running back Colin Hart, who picks up a gain of 4 as we take a look at the offensive starters for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Julian Tyree, the quarterback in his 9th season. Running back Colin Hart, we just heard from him. Fullback Jalen Wells. The receiving core, A.J. Warren, Gunnar Lewis, Al Delapre Sr., the tight end, No Terrazas, and the kicker will be Maxwell Flack. 2nd down and 6 for Tyree under center again. It's QB run. He's got some space. He's going to get positive yards. Picks up a gain of 4, setting up a 3rd down and 1.
Julian Tyree, he does this a lot throughout the season with these quarterback sneaks. You don't mind him, you give him credit for having the guts, I could say, to running those type plays, but you want to lower those shoulders and not take as much punishment, young man.
3rd and 1. Tyree under center. He's going to fire it out to a wide open receiver. It's going to be caught and getting the 1st down. Number 82, No Terrazas, the tight end, with his first reception.
This week 3 signing comes into this game with 28 catches. Only with 2 less games, only 5 less than the team's leading receiver, A.J. Warren.
First down and 10 for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Tyree under center, going to fire it out. And the pass is caught by Gunnar Lewis, his first on the day. Pick up a 4. You take a look at the Jacksonville defense. Alex Bond, the strong safety in his 6th season. The defensive line, Taquan Hale, Hunter Norwood. You know who they are. The linebacking core of J.R. Lawless, Chad Guy. And then the secondary, Michael Sprouse, Bernard Gooden, Sir Chappelle, Anthony Wayo, Succo Lamano. Tyree will hand it off to Colin Hart, who's got some blocks out in front and getting inside the Kings' field position down to the 43.
Colin Hart, led by this offensive line all season long. Sioux Falls comes out in a power look, pulls that right guard off tackle, and he's off to the races.
And give credit to the Jacksonville defense, not allowing Colin Hart to get anything going after he picked up the 1st down. So great tackles all the way around. Great defense from the Kings. Just holding him to, it's a 1st down, but it could have been a lot more. Tyree will go under center yet again, dropping back, firing it to Hart coming out of the backfield, but the defense is there for the Kings and getting him for a loss of 1.
Yeah, Colin Hart comes into this game with 27 catches. He doesn't catch the ball often, but Jacksonville, through their film study, was prepared for it anyway. Tackle for a loss.
Great tackle by Chad Guy getting out there. The middle linebacker making the tackle. Tyree under center on the 2nd down and 11. Handoff yet again to Colin Hart. And he's going to be met by J.R. Lawless and Alex Bond in a short game for Colin Hart.
Now, this is what Sioux Falls wants to avoid. They're not a great deep threat team. 3rd and long, they want to avoid. Can they do it here and still manage to pick up a first down?
The Sparrows on 3rd down, they're converting at 59%, which is second only to the Jacksonville Kings, who are at 61% on 3rd down conversions. This is a little bit longer at 3rd and 9. Tyree is going to fire it in. It's just going to fall incomplete. He had the receiver out there. That was the receiver, number 81, Gunnar Lewis, but it falls incomplete.
He had Aldo Dupree Sr. wide open, which would have been an easy first down. But these 3rd and long situations can be tricky for a Sioux Falls type offense. They like to keep their offense in 3rd and short.
Yeah, he also had the tight end coming over as well. And Tyree not able to find him. And so the punting unit will have to come on for the first time today for the Sparrows. Max Hullhelp will come on to attempt the punt. The kick is away. Fair catch from Hunter Jones at the 15. And so we will get back after this commercial break, but the score is 0-0. Christian Christensen gets the ball when we come back. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. And we are back, and Christian Christensen will get the ball to start the second drive of the ballgame for the Jacksonville Kings. The first drive went 8 plays for 31 yards, but resulted in the interception. Can he undo that interception from the last drive? It's starting at their own 15. He's going to fire it deep, and it's going to be intercepted by the Sioux Falls again. John Barnhart with his second interception on the day.
John Barhart came to play, came into this game with 4 interceptions. Now he has 6. Jacksonville comes out, and all their receivers were running deep routes. Here they try a double move. John Barhart was not fooled. He's in cover 3. Easy read, pitch and catch. First down, Sioux Falls.
He's up to 18 career interceptions. Just like that, giving Julian Tyree excellent field position. He's going to fire out to the left, and the pass is caught by Gunnar Lewis. Gets a first down, gets inside the 21, inside the SFL red zone.
Sioux Falls moving the ball through the air. Bit of a surprise to me. They actually had 2 open receivers open. He was just back there playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
He picked one of the 2 at least and still got it. But if you're Jacksonville, maybe do some underneath coverage, because that was it looked like a 10-yard out route, and he was still able to complete that very easily. So good job by Tyree to throw it out there. And so trips to the bottom of the formation on this empty set shotgun formation. Taking the snap is Tyree. He's got time. He's going to fire across the middle, and the pass is caught inside the 4-yard line, and Sioux Falls is marching down the field.
Once again, there were a number of receivers open. This time, Jacksonville comes out in a cover 4 look. The middle linebacker is bailing out of there almost immediately after the snap, leaving the middle of the field wide open.
A.J. Warren with his first reception of the day. He takes him all the way inside the 5-yard line to the 4. Can Sioux Falls punch it in, or will Jacksonville Kings step up on defense and force the field goal? First down and goal. 4:14 left to go in the first quarter. Tyree dropping back from under center. He's got time. He's going to fire to an open receiver.
Oh, he's out.
Incomplete. Oh, I thought he was in as well. We both had that, as no Terrazas can't get his feet in.
Yeah, he led the receiver a bit too far outside, but he's also got to settle his body down, as he used to tell my receivers back in the day. You got to get your body under control and try to come to a stop and just let your top end of your body fail out of bounds. He was unable to do so.
This is the 4th play of the drive. Tyree under center. Full house in the backfield. Colin Hart is in the backfield, and he will get the handoff, and he will walk right in. Eddie Gates could have ran in for that touchdown, and just like that, Sioux Falls takes the interception back downfield and caps off it with a touchdown.
Colin Hart, the beneficiary of his 16th touchdown on the season. He came in ranked second in the SFL in rushing touchdowns. Gets another one there. That was too easy.
Yeah, that's way too easy if you're the Jacksonville Kings on defense. Got to find somebody to put a hat on him as well to stop him. I know it's kind of difficult, but still got to try to make the tackle there, and he just waltzed right in. And Maxwell Flack will come out to attempt the extra point. The snap, the kick is through the uprights and good down the middle. And Sioux Falls takes the interception and caps it off with a Colin Hart touchdown. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. And the kickoff return by Hunter Jones will bring it up to the 28-yard line, and that is where Christian Christensen will start. As you take a look at the last meeting that happened all the way back in, it was week 5, I believe, and Sioux Falls got the better of Jacksonville that day, 23-13. And Sioux Falls leads the series 4-0. So can Jacksonville right the ship and get the win? Ken Gossett with the catch, and Barnhart with the tackle holds Gossett to a gain of 8.
Jacksonville coming in. Everyone knows they like to pass the ball. They come in ranked third in the SFL, 30 points a game. This is going to be an offense that will be tough to stop today.
Christensen under center. Jared Willis in the backfield. 2nd and 2 from their own 36-yard line. Christensen will hand it off to Jared Willis, and he will be hit and dropped in the backfield. Boy, oh boy, coming up and making the tackle very loudly was Alex Parker.
You want to stop these power runs? You blitz the middle linebacker. As that guard pulls, there's no one to stop him there. It's going to be a tackle for a loss.
3rd and 2 from their own 37. Christensen, can he convert the 3rd down? Drops back, firing it to Willis coming out of the backfield. He'll have just enough for a 1st down. Excuse me, that was the fullback getting his first reception there, getting enough for the 1st down.
Often he's the last man thought about, and there was evidence of it right there. Wide open, 1st down.
George Mack with the reception, getting the 1st down up to the 39. That was a gain of 2. 1st and 10. Christensen, empty set formation, taking the snap out of the shotgun, firing it down the middle of the field, and he's got his receiver, Gossett, inside Sparrows territory down to the 36.
Skinny post in front of safety, behind the corner. I tell you what, if you want to prolong the careers of these receivers, that has to be right on time. Otherwise, it's as they call a kill shot.
Or a murder shot as well. And so just like that, Jacksonville, for the 2nd time inside Sparrows territory. The last time they were in here, Christensen threw a pick. Christensen under center, going to fire it to Willis, and he's got trucks over a defender and picking up a gain of 9.
Willis showing some athleticism right there. I did not know he had.
Well, he just trucked over that corner like he was sandpaper and picks up a gain of 9. And so 2nd and 1 from the Sparrows 27. Christensen looking calm on this drive. Trying to put the interception behind him. He will hand it off to the fullback who goes up the middle of the field. Jared Willis, getting the handoff and getting the 1st down and inside the red zone to the 21.
Willis on a dive. First down, Jacksonville.
This will be the 7th play of the drive. It's gone 50 yards already. Christensen will go under center. Jared Willis in the backfield. 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Short drop for Christensen, and he's going to fire it to Grayson Willis. Picks up a gain of 6. Tried to show that he was still in bounds, but he ultimately goes out of bounds.
Jacksonville with a lot of out routes to start this game. It's going to be up to Sioux Falls to make adjustments to put an end to this easily movement of the chains.
2nd and 4 from the Sparrows 15. Under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Christensen will go under center. Jared Willis in the backfield. Christensen dropping back. Gonna fire it to the end zone. It's caught by Hunter Jones. Touchdown, and just like that, the Jacksonville Kings march down the field and looking to tie up the football game. Just a great drive from Christensen after 2 interceptions.
7th TD of the season for Hunter Jones. And during the course of this drive, Christensen actually surpassed 25,000 yards passing on his career. Congratulations, young man.
Mike Klein Jr. will attempt to tie the football game with the extra point. 44 seconds left to go. Kick is up and through the uprights, and we have a tie game. And yeah, Christensen did pass 25,000 passing yards in his career. So congrats to him. He's up to 25,017, and he's still counting. And Jacksonville, 8 plays, 72 yards, 16-yard touchdown reception from Christensen to Jones. But Eddie, just a great drive if you're a Jacksonville Kings fan or player or coach.
Yeah, they started the drive off, as I said earlier, with that skinny post. Backed up these defenders, and wow, look at that kick.
Oh, man.
And after that, they just, got them backpedaling and abusing without routes throughout the course of that drive and finished it off in the end zone with a touchdown, Hunter Lewis.
Now let's see if Sioux Falls has an answer, maybe regain the lead. Julian Tyree will start under center. He's got Colin Hart in the backfield. Looking like a running formation. We'll see. Maybe they'll do a play action. It'll be a handoff to the fullback who's going to go up the middle. Surprised me, and so he picks up a gain of 2.
Yeah, Jalen Wells, he comes into this game. He has a lot of carries for fullback. 118 coming into this game, averaging just over 3 yards a carry. They give him the ball a lot.
That's his 2nd rushing attempt for 6 yards on the day is Jalen Wells. So the fullbacks getting used heavy and often on both teams so far. Another handoff to Wells, and he will get up to the 28-yard line as we're under 10 ticks remaining in the first quarter.
Jacksonville caught looking at the running back. Surprise, surprise, the fullback has the ball.
And we've come to the end of the first quarter. Very entertaining first quarter. Jacksonville and Sioux Falls all knotted up at 7. Stay tuned for some second quarter coverage. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. The start of the second quarter. 3rd down and 2. Can the Sioux Falls Sparrows convert the 3rd down? Keep the drive alive. Tyree under center, dropping back. Pressure held up. He got the pass out there. It's just going to be 1 yard short of the 1st down. He threw the ball out there to the fullback again, or Colin Hart, got the reception.
Serge Playo out there like a ball hawk at the snap of the ball. He's eyeing the quarterback the whole way and staying in his zone. As soon as he saw him get that 3rd step in this drop, followed the tailback, made the tackle. 4th down.
Sioux Falls 1 for 3 on 3rd downs so far on the game. And the punt is away from the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Max Holholt punted it away, and Jones making a couple moves, and he gets up to the 34-yard line. Christensen will start. As we take a look, the passing defense leaders on the season, and both teams, the Sioux Falls Sparrows, with giving up just 243 yards. They've been very stagnant on defense.
Stingy defense. Offense sells tickets. Defense wins games.
Christensen with the high-powered offense, air raid style, so to speak, as Willis trucking over Levy, getting enough for the first, Jay Ringgold getting trucked from Jared Willis and picking up 9.
Perhaps they're catching Sioux Falls off guard. Jared Willis comes in with the least amount of carries for a tailback, 126.
Probably doing the Zeke move, feed me, as he works his way back into the huddle. 2nd and 1 from the 43. Jared Willis will get the carry. He's got enough for the 1st down. Trying to go up the middle and to the outs and try to bounce it outside, but he gets up to the 48.
I'll tell you what, he can thank his fullback because he just blew up Alex Parker of Sioux Falls to get that 1st down.
Sioux Falls only giving up 22 points per game. That's 6th in the SFL. Defense is very good for Sioux Falls. And Jared Willis getting the carry and will only pick up a gain of 1.
Jacksonville keeping their eyes on their young man. Anytime you get a gain of 8 yards on 1st down, attention's going to quickly come your way.
Cam Frosby with the tackle on Jared Willis, holding him to a gain of 1, setting up a 2nd down and 9 from just a yard short of midfield. Christensen under center, dropping back, gonna fire it out. Pass is caught by Willis, and then that's where he is just gonna be Madden tackled. Pick up all the way to the 43, so now it's a 3rd and 1.
A lot of these successful completions by Christensen now coming via these out routes. Sioux Falls is going to need to make some changes in their defensive game plan to take that away.
Good tackle from Terrell Davis, the corner for Sioux Falls. Getting the tackle on Ken Gossett before he could turn upfield. 3rd and 1. Can they convert? Handoff to Willis. He's trying to bounce it outside, and he's going to be stopped short. Give credit on the tackle to Parker yet again, who stops him just inches short of the 1st down.
Parker forced him to stretch out wide, but for whatever reason, he took a kind of a weird angle trying to get that 1st down. If he just lowers his shoulders and just heads upfield, perhaps it's a little bit closer. Jacksonville is going to go for it here on 4th down.
Are they going to go or are they going to try to make Sioux Falls jump upside? They will go for it, and Willis has a 1st down. Clutch 1st down on the 4th down conversion, and Jared Willis pickup of 3 down to the 39 as he shimmies his way in celebration.
That kind of shocked me considering the field position, but I guess it shouldn't shock me too much. This far in the season, they were 4 for 4 coming into this game. Now they're 5 for 5. And looking to score here.
Jacksonville playing like they want to clinch the playoff spot today. 1st and 10. Christensen dropping back, firing it, but it falls incomplete as he was looking for his receiver coming out of the backfield, Jared Willis.
The middle linebacker there just rubbed him just a little bit to slow his route down and didn't allow him to get out there to get that 1st down. It looks like incidental contact, but I guarantee you that was done on purpose.
And the flag was not thrown. 2nd and 10. Looks like Sioux Falls would be rushing 3 3 down linemen. Christensen dropping back, pressure coming, and Hunter Jones with the reception and gets up to the 30, sets up a 3rd down and 1.
Yes, his receiver, I didn't catch who that was, kind of bumped him a bit and made that a bit more of a difficult play than it needed to be.
Christensen already up to 116 yards. He's 11 of 17 for 64%. 1 interception, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Christensen dropping back, and he got fired, and it falls incomplete as he was looking for Grayson Willis coming across the middle of the field, but there was just a whole house of different players all around the vicinity. Luckily, it fell incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of different receivers in that area, which is a recipe for disaster. You can draw a lot of defenders your way.
It's 4th and 1. And they are going to go for it yet again. Christensen under center. And they jumped off sides. It's a free play. Firing it across the middle of the field, and it's caught. And getting the reception, his first one. Number 89, the receiver for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. That will be the tight end, Deacon Stoutmeyer, as the flag will be declined as they got the first down.
Yeah, they got more yards on the reception than the penalty, so they're going to decline it and take the first down. One thing you never want to do is give your opposition free yards, and that's what they did, jumping offside there.
Is there anything, Eddie, that you could do to maybe tell your defensive line to not jump there in that situation?
Well, you can't listen to the cadence. You got to watch the ball.
First down and 10 inside the red zone. Christensen dropping back and fire it out to Grayson Willis, who makes the reception for a gain of 4.
Jacksonville comes into this game. We all know they like to pass. And during the pregame meeting with Jacksonville's owner, I asked, why do you pass so much and ignore the run game? He says it wasn't by design. He came into this season attempting to be more balanced, but things just didn't turn out that way. And through the success that they had through the air, they just stuck with it.
And it's been working as they're sitting at 6 and 4. Christensen 7-step drop, and he gets out of the pressure, firing it to the back of the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown, Jack Wall.
I did not think that he got both feet in the SFL. You only need one. It looks like he got that left foot down just as he got to the back of the end zone. Let's see if we can get a look at the replay. Can't see it there. We'll see if they're not going to challenge, so I guess he did get that foot down.
And Jack Wall with his first SFL career touchdown, and it couldn't come at a better time, giving the Kings an early 13-7 lead pending the extra point from Mike Klein Jr. The snap is down, the kick is up, and through the uprights, 14-7. Jack Wall with his first career SFL touchdown gives the Jacksonville Kings their first lead of the game. It's 14-7. You are watching the SFL on 11 Sports and for the fans. And so Jacksonville, you just witnessed an 12-play, 64-yard drive that resulted in a 17-yard touchdown pass to Jack Wall, the tight end. And again, his first SFL touchdown. And for those who are viewing for the first time, what are you watching? This is the Simulation Football League. It's the first controllerless esport, allowing you, the viewer, to participate in all the action on the field without a controller in your hands. Visit simulation.football for details on how to get started with a team and get yourself in the league. And it's A.J. Levy gets the football out to the 22-yard line, and so that's where Julian Tyree will start this next drive. He will start under center. Colin Hart in the backfield. Full house in the backfield to tight end and a fullback. And Colin Hart will get the handoff, and he's going to be hit and dropped. Sir Chappelle coming up and making the tackle.
Looking at this play, I see why Jacksonville secondary leads the team in tackles. Sioux Falls come out in a weak power I, And Jacksonville counters with a nickel look, something that's very impressive to stop the run game with. And here they do it again on second down.
2nd and 10. Colin Hargane the carry, and he's going to be hit for only a gain of 1. Great job by the defense, the secondary in particular, like Eddie was alluding to earlier, as Wyo coming up and making the play. The veteran free safety coming in and making the stop.
Everything about this says it's just technically wrong. It should never be done. But Jacksonville finds a way to get away with it. That's impressive.
3rd and 9. 1 of 3 on 3rd downs for Sioux Falls thus far. And Julian Tyree throws it over the middle field. It's almost intercepted, but it falls incomplete. And in coverage, number 25, Michael Sprouse getting the pass deflection.
Jacksonville comes on a blitz on that play, a cat blitz as they call it. And he gets rid of that ball a bit before he wants to, forcing Sioux Falls to punt.
Ooh, he almost had the interception, but it just bounces off those hands of his. But still, all for naught as Sioux Falls will have to punt the football away. And Sioux Falls has to try to do something to maybe break the momentum that Jacksonville has.
Yeah, I mean, I like the play design, but the execution was bad.
Max Mulholt will come on to punt the football away. Hunter Jones is back for the Jacksonville Kings. The punt is away. Jones will field it at the 34-yard line, and that's where he will be tackled at the 37. So only a kick return of 3 yards. So Eddie, as Christensen comes out for another possession, what's something that you're looking for on defense from Sioux Falls to maybe stop the momentum?
Well, the strength of Sioux Falls is in their front 7. They got a veteran back there, A.J. Levy, but wow, asking those linebackers to support is going to be tough today.
And Christensen fires it out to Ken Gossett, who makes another reception. He's up to 5 receptions and gets a gain of 7.
Scheme-wise, what I tell them to do is you can't be afraid to attack these receivers. They're just allowing them free release off the line of scrimmage and giving up these out routes.
Christensen now up to 152 yards on the day, thanks to Stephen Hacker in the stats truck doing the good work for us. As Christensen going under center. Jared Willis in the backfield. Christensen, short drop, firing it across the middle of the field. Pass is caught. Grayson Willis trying to make something, and he's going to get tackled at the 49, so into Sioux Falls territory.
Yeah, you keep hitting them with these out routes, and pretty soon it's going to open up the rest of the field. And before you know it, they'll be getting yardage in chunks further down the field with these deep passing routes.
1st down and 10. Christensen firing it to Jared Willis coming out of the backfield. He makes a nice one-handed spinoramic catch and gets enough for the 1st down up to the 37-yard line.
Christensen is an intelligent football player. Sioux Falls comes out in man defense. The halfback is one-on-one, and the linebacker's on the strong side of the field. That's pitch and catch. He's going to get at least 5 yards out of that every time if they continue to line up with this defense.
Alex Parker and A.J. Levy were the ones who got over there to stop Jared Willis from making anything more than what he got. So 1st down and 10 inside Sioux Falls territory at the 37. Jacksonville marching down the field yet again. Christensen seems to be in the zone. He's going to fire across the middle of the field, and the pass is caught. And Ken Gossett, another reception. He's up to 80 yards on 6 catches. Gets the ball to the 17-yard line.
That time the out route was open once again. But Christensen, we all know he's a gunslinger. And the middle of the field was open as well. It's a bit of a riskier throw, but high risk, high reward. And they were rewarded with a big 1st down catch right there.
Christensen, since the 2 interceptions, has just been balling. This is the 5th play. It's already been 46 yards. Willis will get the carry and will go for a gain of 3.
One other thing that Frank said, the owner of the Jacksonville Kings, they plan on getting this running game going a bit more as the season closes out. Imagine this team with an offense with their deep passing game complemented with a running game. They will be dangerous.
Ooh, I don't even want to think about that and what defenses would have to try to game plan for. Christensen under center, 7-step drop, and he's going to be sacked big sack for Sioux Falls, and that seemed to maybe turn the tide. It's now 2nd and 14, and getting his sack, James Kelly.
James Kelly, one of the leaders of this team. Jacksonville, for the first time today, come out in a quads flip look. Sioux Falls looked like they were ready for it. Perhaps they've been scheming against it in practice all week. Sacked on the play there.
The rookie getting his 4th sack of his career, and it comes very, very big when Jacksonville marching down the field looking to put more touchdown up. Christensen dropping back, gonna fire to the end zone. It's picked up by Levy. Going back the other way, he'll be hit at the 11-yard line. But Christensen now 3 interceptions on the day. He's living on the edge. It's worked, but here, A.J. Levy coming up with the interception.
Christensen comes into this game with 27 interceptions. Threw another one right there. My goodness. I mean, you live in doubt the young man. Hopefully he can get things cleaned up, but that was a big interception right there.
And A.J. Levy with a key interception for Sioux Falls. Can Julian Tyree and company move down the field? We need to go on a drive. They're at their own 11. Handoff. Going up the middle. And getting enough. Jalen Wells gets up a gain of 7. Gets up to the 18.
We alluded to this earlier. He gets a lot of touches. Sioux Falls doesn't want to get down too far with their running game.
And we've come to the 2-minute warning in the first half. Jacksonville was marching down the field, but A.J. Levy got the interception. Can the Sparrows come back and get the touchdown they need to tie the game up? Stay tuned. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and for the fans. We're back for the final 2 minutes of the first half. Very entertaining first half. Very back and forth as well. Julian Tyree and the Sparrows offense looking to get something going. 2nd and 3 from their own 18. Handoff to Colin Hart. Trying to get some blocks outside and coming down and making the play. Alex Bond.
Jacksonville once again. I'm just surprised with this philosophy they have on defense. They continue to come out with this nickel.
And look at the Ball Hawks this season. Alex Bond, A.J. Levy, both have 6 interceptions, and they each lead their team respectively. A.J. Levy getting the key interception. He's now up to 7. As Jalen Wells getting a host of carries here and getting enough for the first down, moving the chains.
Both these safeties are the veterans of their team, consistently leading the team in tackles and picks.
First down and 10. Julian Tyree under center. Hart in the backfield. Tyree dropping back, gonna fire it to Hart coming out of the backfield. Can he make a guy miss? No, he won't. Nice tackle there from the Jacksonville Kings, Bernard Gooden.
Jacksonville, you can tell they've been in the film room all week because they have been ready for the offense of Sioux Falls in their passing game.
2nd and 9. Pickup of 1 from Colin Hart on the last play. 37 seconds left to go in the first half. Tyree under center. We're going to drop back. Pressure coming. He's going to fire across the middle of the field. Pass is caught. Breaking out of a tackle. And he's going to go all the way. And getting the reception. That is Gunnar Lewis. What a play for the Sparrows offense. When they desperately needed it, he came through, breaking out of the tackle and taking the rest to the house.
Perhaps Sioux Falls heard me and said, I'll counter that. I was just speaking about the great defense that Jacksonville has played through the air. And Gunnar Lewis comes up with his 5th touchdown of the season with that big catch and run right there.
What a play. Gunnar Lewis. That was a 5-play, 89-yard drive, which resulted in a 75-yard touchdown pass to Gunnar Lewis, and he did the rest. And just like that, Maxwell Flack will come out to attempt the extra point. It's through and good. So with 22 seconds left, we're all knotted up back up at 14.
I'm not used to Sioux Falls moving down the field like this, but hey, I guess they decided to add in some wrinkles because I was not prepared for this type of game plan that Sioux Falls has put on so far today.
Black will come out to kick the football away, so the final 22 seconds can be played. The Jacksonville Kings will get the ball. And Hunter Jones, man, what a kick. This kicker for the Sioux Falls, Maxwell Flag, he's kicked one out of the end zone, and here Hunter Jones just has to knee it in the back of the end zone.
Kickers matter.
Even fullbacks matter. We're seeing that in that game as both fullbacks have been getting worked in frequently and often. Christensen, 3 interceptions. Can he put those behind him? He already put the first 2 behind him and scored 2 touchdowns. Christensen firing across the middle of the field. He was looking for his receiver, but it falls incomplete. Grayson Willis with the incompletion.
Dangerous pass there, and with 18 seconds left, I'd like to see Jacksonville just run it up the middle, tell the tailback to hold on to it with 2 hands, and walk into the locker room happy to be tied up at 14 on the road.
Christensen, 2nd down and 10, will go under center. He's got Willis in the backfield. The linebacking core shifting around for the Sparrows on defense. Dropping back is Christensen. He's going to fire it out. Pass is caught by his tight end, Jack Wall, and that's where he'll be tackled. And it looks like they're just going to bite the bullet and take this one into halftime.
Yeah, I agree.
And there is the whistle signaling halftime. We are all knotted up at 14. It's been a great game, to say the least. A couple of interceptions on both teams from both quarterbacks. And so, Eddie, as we come into halftime, just give us some of your early thoughts on that first half.
Well, both teams did a great job of moving the offense downfield, but turnovers have been the demise. Sioux Falls, I like to see them give the ball to their bell cow, Colin Hart, a bit more coming out the break. For Jacksonville, they're doing a great job moving the ball, but just ill-advised decisions by Christensen has led to a couple of turnovers that have been costly to his team, resulting in points going the other way. One of them in the red zone that you just hate to see at any given time. So if Jacksonville clear the mistakes, Sioux Falls can feed their bell cow. Both teams have an ability to make great strides in getting the offense going in the second half.
And on defense, both teams have been giving up. Jacksonville's been giving up 25.2 points per game. That's 11th. Sioux Falls has been giving up 22 points per game. That is 6th. And here we have a 14-14 ball game. So Eddie, I guess both defenses have come to play when needed. What are some of the keys for the second half that you'd like to see both teams make? Maybe some adjustments on defense or offense for both teams.
Well, for Sioux Falls, I like to see them be more aggressive, as I alluded to earlier with these receivers. Don't be afraid to jam at the line of scrimmage and prevent these little dink and dunk out routes that they like to do that leads up to the big play when you get tired of, absorbing them. For Jacksonville, you'd like to see more of the same of what they've been doing, just smarter decisions out of the quarterback, Christensen. As we said a couple times already, we know he likes to attack the ball downfield, but sometimes you just have to be willing to take what the defense gives you and just move the ball down the field a bit more methodically.
And both teams very even on third down. Jacksonville 2 of 6 for 33%. Meanwhile, Sioux Falls is 2 of 5 for 40%. So that's one of the big things that I look for is just how teams are converting third down conversions, because that means that you're keeping drives alive, you're keeping the clock moving, you're keeping that defense on the field, which could wear them down later in the game. And both teams have failed a little bit on third down. Jacksonville with as the kick goes out of bounds, so it must be something with the wind must be howling that way. Man, oh man, Mike Klein Jr. kicking it out of the end zone. But Jacksonville with 2 key fourth down conversions.
Well, I'm not sure if it's the wind because one came in the second the field this quarter, so he's kicking out of the end zone no matter which way they're kicking the ball.
First down and 10. Tyree. First offensive possession in the second half. He'll hand it off. And going up the middle of the field, Jalen Wells with another carry, pickup of 1.
Second half adjustments, and it looks like Jacksonville is about tired of that fullback dive.
Let's go. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 22-yard line.
Chad Guy with the tackle on Jalen Wells. But yeah, just very interesting that only Colin Hart has 6 attempts for 17 yards. Tyree dropping back, pressure coming. He's hit as he throws, and it's fall incomplete. And getting to him, Taquan Hale, and it falls incomplete.
Taquan Hill would take the QB hurry on his stat sheet, but he'd rather have the sack there. Came into this game with 9. That was almost a fumble there.
Yeah, I was looking for there was a player for Jacksonville over there by the football, but as soon as I saw that he didn't pick it up, that I knew it was incomplete. We didn't really get a good view from up here from the refs on if it was incomplete or not. But Julian Tyree on this 3rd down and 9. Pump fakes, he got a fighter across the field, and it's caught and got up, getting enough for the first down. And already at the 33-yard line.
Oh, that was a dangerous pass right there. A lot of traffic. Held the ball a little bit longer than he wanted to. He patted it a couple of times before releasing it, waiting for the receiver to clear the area.
No Terrazas with the reception, key reception, moving the chains for Sioux Falls. At their own 33, 1st and 10. Tyree under center. Gonna be a handoff to Colin Hart, looking to get some blocks going. He has room out there, and he's gonna break out of Wyo, and he's still going. And he's gonna be up past midfield to the 47-yard line, and having to make the tackle, Alex Bond.
Second time today we've seen Sioux Falls come out in this weak power out. The first time they got to the line of scrimmage by the secondary of Jacksonville. This time they will come out and force their will and get a significant gain downfield. As you see, number 74 for Sioux Falls making a great block on a replay.
Michael Sprouse had to make that game-saving tackle, that touchdown-saving tackle. That was Alex Bond coming from his free safety spot. But Tyree under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. In the backfield was Hunter Norwood, and Taquai Hale was in the backfield as well.
Jacksonville once again comes out countering the gun-straight offense by Sioux Falls with the tight man-to-man defense. No one open. He's forced to eat that one.
And when the pressure comes, you know it's just going to eventually. Hale and Norwood, 2 veteran defensive line players, both playing on Jacksonville. That almost seems like a cheat code. And Jalen Wells getting the carry, picking up positive yards, gets it to the 43-yard line.
This time they perhaps fooled Jacksonville a bit. Got behind the chains, and they come out with a fullback dive up the middle. I'm sure that's the last thing Jacksonville was thinking about.
3rd and 6. They already converted a long 3rd down just a couple series ago to no Terrazas. Will Tyree look that way again? 3rd and 6. Tyree taking the snap, firing it out, and it falls incomplete. It's interception, deflection. It's Michael Sprouse. He's going to take it. He's at the 30. That's Wyo. And he's at the 10. He's going to get into the end zone. Pick 6, Anthony Wyo.
Wyo comes into the game with 2 interceptions, just picked up his 3rd. Jacksonville brought the blitz. Chad Guy came in. The second time I've seen him blitz today. Each time the quarterback released it before he wanted to, and this one resulted in a pick 6. Oh my goodness, the best thing a defense can ever see. Oh my, wow, I'm speechless. That was greatly executed by the Jacksonville defense.
Tyree was looking for Lewis on the outside. Sprouse was in coverage, and Wyo came and finished the rest off the tip drill. As Jacksonville takes the lead back from Sioux Falls Sparrows. And Mike Klein Jr. will come on to attempt the extra point. And we haven't seen a field goal attempt all game yet, as we're in the 3rd quarter with 8:11 left to go.
There was a 70-yard interception return by Anthony Wyo.
And the extra point attempt is up and through. Mike Klein Jr. tacking it on to give Jacksonville the 7-point lead.
Not often do you see many teams in the SFL blitz the middle linebacker on 3rd and long. Jacksonville is there.
You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports, and for the fans, stay tuned for more coverage after this. Mike Klein Jr. will kick the football away. And fielding it will be A.J. Levy. He's got 1 punt return touchdown, 0 kick returns, and he'll just have to knee this one in the back of the end zone. The football will come out to the 20-yard line, as that was a 70-yard return, pick 6 that Eddie alluded to. And boy, what a turn of momentum when you thought Sioux Falls was marching down the field.
Yeah, it was a pick 6, quite a crowd, and it just did here. You can hear a pin drop in the stadium right now.
First down and 10, Tyree under center, handed it off to Hart, who makes a nice move, and Wyo will stick him at the 24-yard line and pick up a 4.
I know I said this earlier, but now I see why the secondary of this team leads the team in tackles, because of the defensive philosophy. It's just crazy how this is working for them. I'm just in utter shock watching.
Yeah, they got a lot of names back there. Sir Chappelle, Anthony Wyo, Alex Bond, then even Succo Lamano has been making plays as well. He hasn't made plays in this game, but he's been making plays all season. And that one was almost intercepted, and it's going to be caught up at the 41-yard line. And making the reception is A.J. Warren.
That was a tough catch. I thought for a moment there that Sir Chappelle was going to pick that one off, and somehow it got into the hands of the receiver.
Good in the corner was in coverage, in perfect coverage, and the pass just seemed to flutter through him and into the waning arm, or fly into the waning arms of A.J. Warren. And so first down reception for Warren. And throwing it over the middle of the field again is Tyree. And he seems to be wanting to sling the rock a little bit, show that he could pull off a Christian Christensen as well as Gunnar Lewis into Jacksonville territory just like that with 2 plays.
Al DeLaPree Sr. was the more open receiver, but he wanted a few more yards, so he figured, hey, why not get Gunnar Lewis involved?
Gunnar Lewis is already up to 112 yards on 4 receptions, and he has that long touchdown. His Hart will get a carry here, and he'll be hit in the backfield by Chad Guy for a loss of 1.
This right here, plays like this is what I mean when I tell young defensive linemen, hey, I'm not getting my stats. Buddy, I promise you, you are appreciated by the coaches. They stretched that play out wide, and Colin had nowhere to go.
That's the veteran defensive line of Taquan Hale and Hunter Norwood. You just know that those players are going to be making the plays, even though if they don't get their stats. And Tyree throwing it deep. It's going to be intercepted by Michael Sprouse this time, and he's going back the other way, and he'll bring it all the way to the 39-yard line. Back-to-back interceptions.
I couldn't see from the angle, but it looked like cover 12, and the quarterback, unfortunately for Sioux Falls, got a big greedy there. Julian Tyree should have checked that one down. And, wow, things are starting to fall apart here a bit for Sioux Falls. They need to get a grasp on this offense.
Sprouse had the nice deflection that resulted with Wyo getting the interception for the pick 6. And here he comes up with his own interception on the day. And turning the momentum a little bit, trying to swing it back into their favor. Christian Christensen will start at the 39-yard line. He'll go under center. He's got Jared Willis in the backfield. Got 2 receivers down to the bottom of the formation. He drops back, and he's going to be hit as he threw, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get the sack was Jonathan Camp, but it falls incomplete.
He was a hair late from picking it up, too. I mean, he just missed getting that sack.
Sioux Falls, their defense needs to make a stand, maybe hold Jacksonville to a punt. That would be ideal to get that football back and try to go down the field to tie the football game up. We're at 6:02 left to go in the third quarter. Jacksonville has the football at their own 39-yard line. Christensen dropping back and a fire to Willis coming out of the backfield. Can he get positive yards? He will. He gets out of a tackle and gets up to the 43, pick up a 4.
Yeah, once again, Jacksonville, they see a man look, but this time his middle linebacker got help from his teammates, because otherwise that would have been another big game.
Jared Willis has 3 receptions for 25 yards in the ballgame. Christensen now up to 203. Christensen under center. Willis in the backfield, trips to the top of the formation. Christensen dropping back. Pressure coming. He throws before the pressure gets there, and he has his receiver. And all the way down in Sioux Falls territory, Hunter Jones is down to the 35.
Sioux Falls has a single high safety which is a recipe for disaster. But anytime you come out in a wide look such as this, there's too many receivers. You don't know who's running deep, and he's got to have his eyes on both sides of the field. A hard thing to do. First down, Jacksonville.
Would be a defense that might be able to contain that pass a little bit more, Eddie.
You got to keep two safeties back. But it's kind of hard to do when Jacksonville keeps chucking the ball off down to these out routes. So at some point, you got to gamble.
It's Christensen looking to audible the play call. He will go under center. Jared Willis in the backfield. Got trips receivers to the bottom of the formation. It'll be a handoff to Willis, who breaks out of a tackle and carries his way to the 32, pick up a 3.
This game is a chess match. This time, Christensen audible was the play. Everyone's probably thinking pass, but they did a great job right there, limiting Jared to 3-yard gain.
And a play ago, A.J. Levy got his 800 career tackle. And just want to congratulate A.J. Levy for 800 career tackles. That's a huge milestone for him in his career, as getting hit in the backfield was Jared Willis.
Big third down coming up for both of these teams. Jacksonville looking to secure a playoff spot.
3rd and 7. They're 3 of 7. Jacksonville on the day on 3rd downs. Christensen dropping back, gonna fire it to the receivers. Man up in the air, and it's picked up again. Terrell Davis, the quarterback, getting the interception.
Terrell Davis, a beneficiary of a tip ball. Wow, I thought that was going to be completed, and he got a fingertip on the ball to get the ball back to his offense.
And Julian Tyree and company will start when we come back right after this. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports, and for the fans, stay tuned. We are back. We're with under 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Julian Tyree will start the ball at their own 21. He gets the snap, gonna fire it out, and it's almost intercepted again. I believe that's Wyo in coverage. Yeah, it was, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, you just wonder who the receiver was. I didn't see one in the area. Wonder if him getting hit as he threw had something to do with that pass that went awry.
Julian Tyree just throwing the football all sorts of crazy right now. Maybe have to wheel it in a little bit. Maybe run the football with Colin Hart, who's only run it for 9 times. And here will be lucky number 10. Can he get anything going? He breaks outside. He's got one man to beat, and he'll be brought down by J.R. Lawless. But not before he gets up to the 36-yard line and picks up a 1st down.
Jacksonville is playing a chess match out here. Sioux Falls once again comes out in that weak power eye. Jacksonville counters it with a nickel look, which is ill-advised, but they've been successful all day. This time he's able to break outside because those little guys up front are just having a hard time getting off these blocks from those big guys up front.
So Colin Hart is now up to 55 yards on 10 carries. He's got 1 touchdown in the game, and he'll get another carry here, and he'll be tackled by Io, but not before he picks up a gain of 7.
This right here is what I see out of Sioux Falls. A power run game. It's led you to success all season long. Why not stick to it here?
Julian Tyree, 2nd and 3, 2:53 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Handoff to Colin Hart, who's getting usage here. Oh man, he comes up and making the hit is Michael Spruce getting in there and making the big hit on Colin Hart.
It's hard to bring that big man down, but he did on that play. I was expecting him to get steamrolled, but he let everyone know I'm a veteran in this league and I can make tackles too.
Michael Sprouse having a day. Getting the handoff yet again, and Hart breaks out of it. And Weil has to come down and stop it, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
Coaches out there watching this game, every time Sioux Falls comes weak power outlook, it's a stretch play. If you want to limit their offense, you got to stop this play right here.
1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line, 2 yards short of midfield, and Jalen Wells will be hit in the backfield. J.R. Lawless coming up, the rookie, laying the lumber on Jalen Wells.
If Jacksonville is going to continue to have success with this nickel look versus a power front of Sioux Falls, I'm going to have to begin to start taking notes because this is unheard of.
2nd and 10. 1:33 left to go in the third quarter. Tyree under center. He's got Hart in the backfield. Hart will get the carry. He goes up the middle of the field. Will get into Jacksonville territory, but Chad Guy will tackle him 48-yard line. We'll set up a 3rd down and 7.
And as soon as I say that, Sioux Falls comes out for the first time today in a weak out tight end flex and able to get 3 yards out of it. Saying, hey, our playbook is diversified.
Now it's a bunch formation. The bunch will be to the top of this formation. Dropping off sides. Can they get it? It's a free play. It's going to be batted away. And Sure Chappelle gets the deflection.
Sioux Falls doesn't throw the ball deep there, but one a few times I would like them to is on a free play. Throw it deep, young man.
And number 91, Taquan Hale, got his hands in the cookie jar a little bit and jumps off sides. And that will cost the Kings 5 yards and sets up Sioux Falls with a perfect primed real estate to convert this 3rd down.
This right here is Colin Hart territory. I'd like to see them give this ball to the young man here.
3rd and 2. Tyree under center. They are 5 of 9 on 3rd downs today. Hard in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Jalen Wells, who's going to get hit just before he gets to the 1st down marker. Anthony Weil coming up and making a big tackle.
I know I've said this a million times today, but watching this game, it's easy to see why this secondary leads the team in tackles. They come out in a power look, and they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, they're going to punt, excuse me.
7 tackles on the day. Oh, yeah, they're going to punt it away here. It would have been nice if they... They're faking it. It's a fake punt, and he can't throw it.
He's going to eat it. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no way. As the punter was back there, and it looked like he wanted to throw it, but he just couldn't find anybody.
He couldn't find anyone open. Jacksonville was not sleeping on the play. They were paying attention. They've been paying attention to their special teams coach and film study. They were ready for it. And the punter gets taken to the ground. Oh, my God, no vicious hit. I hope he's okay. And it's going to be 1st down Jacksonville.
Is that the first fake punt that we've seen?
There was one earlier this season. I can't remember the matchup.
Okay, so 2nd fake punt, and it doesn't work as Grayson Willis will get the reception and gets up positive yards, and we'll pick up a gain of 7.
I'm still shocked by that decision there. If no one is open, at least just try and punt it away.
Yeah. Or at least just throw it up, because that's better than just taking the sack and giving Jacksonville perfect field position that they have already at the 4. And Willis is trying to get more yards, and he'll get down to 22. And just like that, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You just witnessed a fake punt from Sioux Falls, but it was broken up by Jacksonville. And Jacksonville's marching down the field in perfect field position. Can they tack on a touchdown? Stay tuned. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans.
Put your fours up.
We are back with some 4th quarter coverage As Jacksonville, Christian Christensen marching down the field after a fake punt was blown up. We'll have to see what Sioux Falls defense can do. Can they make the stand and hold Jacksonville to the first field goal of the game by either team? First down and 10 from the Sioux Falls 22-yard line. Christensen will fire to Willis coming out of the backfield, trying to make a guy miss, but he won't. And getting the tackle, John Barnhart.
John Barnhart was not fooled on the play. He had his eyes on the quarterback the entire time. He just waited for him to start his release, and as soon as he did, he flew to the ball carrier and made the tackle.
As you look at the passing yards per game for the Jacksonville Kings, season 11, 12, 13, and then all of a sudden in 14, they're at 371.4, which is first in the SFL. And Jared Willis, why stop now? It ain't broke. Don't fix it. And Willis is going to get enough for the first down to the 9-yard line.
Despite the number of attempts, Christian Christensen has only been sacked 14 times this entire season, which is second fewest in the SFL.
Christian Christensen up to 246 now. He's 24 of 35 for 68%. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's under center here, and he'll hand it up to Jared Willis. Can he get it to the end zone? He trucks over a guy and says, "Get out of my way, sir. I have a house call here." And Jay Ringel gets trucked at the goal line, and Jared Willis, man, gets into the end zone.
That's what I was talking about. Those little guys, they don't like to tackle these running backs, especially the bigger guys. It's a tall task. Imagine trying to tackle that guy, shake off the pain, and go out there and flex your muscles and cover these receivers. It's a hard thing to do, and they're going to have to find a way to do it throughout the rest of this game if they want to get back into this contest.
And Jared Willis now with 26 career touchdowns. As the extra point attempt from Mike Klein Jr. is on the way. The snap, the kick is up right down Broadway. And just like that, a 2-score lead for Jacksonville is now 28-14. Still plenty of time left for Julian Tyree and the Sioux Falls offense. You're watching SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. And with 10:10 left to go, 5-play drive, it resulted in a Jared Willis touchdown run, his first of the game. And Sioux Falls will get the ball. They're down 2. They need to start getting some stops on defense. They need to start putting some points on the board as well. It's A.J. Levy tries to do that, but gets up to the 25-yard line.
It's amazing how athletic a lot of these returners in the SFL are. It's a hard thing to do to bring a guy down in an open field. He made a number of people miss on that play before he finally got tackled.
As you take a look at the receiver, Gunnar Lewis, 4 receptions for 112 yards. He's been the go-to for Tyree when he's needed some big plays. He'll hand it off to Colin Hart, who's going to try to go up the middle. He's got blocks out in front. 74 is up there. He's going to get the block he needs. It springs him, and Hart is going down the field. No way. It's going to be one play.
Oh!
Chappelle with the touchdown-saving tackle.
Sioux Falls, I've been clamoring for this all game. Comes out in a weak power I, runs a power O, and once number 72 got out there, I believe, 72 with the kick block, and 74 as you see him downfield blocking a guy in the secondary. Oh my goodness, what kind of shape is he in and conditioning to even be able to get over there to make that block? And sprung Colin loose for a big gain there. I thought he was going to go all the way, but I'm guessing he ran out of gas. He got run down by the defense. First down, Sioux Falls.
Number 74, the guard, Cooper Colston, man. Boy, oh boy, I want to sign him on a team next year. Boy, if he's got wheels like that, you can only imagine what some trick plays he might come up with.
Both of these guards for Sioux Falls, 72 and 74, constantly make plays downfield.
They're doing something up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota with their guards. Tyree firing it to the end zone. It's going to be batted away by Chad Guy as A.J. Warren was the one that was attended for the pass.
Gunnar Lewis was wide open in the slot. If he hits him, it's a 21-28 ball game.
Mr. Reliable this season, A.J. Warren, 51 targets, but more importantly, 33 receptions, 522 yards, 3 touchdowns. But today, only 2 receptions for 34 yards. He's been quiet, and Sioux Falls needs him in order to make a comeback. And Jalen Wells will get the carry and will get the ball to the 2-yard line.
Big third down for Sioux Falls coming up.
If you're new to the SFL, get your spot in the SFL Minor League, SFL-M, today to reclaim your spot and begin your SFL career. Subscriptions are going fast, and the inaugural kickoff begins in April. We can't wait to see you make an impact on the field. As Tyree will hand it off to Colin Hart, trying to get outside, but coming up and making tackle is Michael Sprouse.
Sioux Falls come out in a tight end flex play once again. You like to see him turn his shoulders and get upfield a bit, but he tried to stretch it outside, and Jacksonville was having none of it.
And the first field goal of the entire game will happen right here as Jacksonville got the stop. The extra point is up and through as Maxwell Flack knocks it through the uprights. It's a 28-17 ball game. And here's the updated playoff picture. The Atlanta Swarm, with their win just a game ago, or actually a couple hours ago, just clinched home field advantage at 10-1. As you take a look at the Sparrows at 7-3 and Jacksonville at 6-4, right on their tail.
Atlanta has been balling. They only lost this season to Baltimore, and you got a logjam of guys, teams, fighting for that 2 seed to get that first round bye.
And you take a look at the bottom half of the standings, the 4 and 6 teams. There's a whole bunch there. Everything will be sorted out in the next, with the games coming up next. And it's Mayhem Sunday, and we have a couple of games on slate after this. A total of 4 games. And we are the first of the 4 to kick off. And coming up next, right here on For the Fans, will be Seattle at Chicago. As Jared Willis breaking out of tackles and having to come up and making the touchdown-saving tackle yet again, number 26 for Sioux Falls, John Bonhart.
I thought he was going to break that one. He's a a broken tackle away from making things very interesting for Sioux Falls, but luckily they were able to get him to the ground.
Yeah, I thought Willis was gonna break out of that, but as soon as Barnhart got a hold of his shoes, he knew he wasn't gonna go anywhere. Just like that, already up to the 38-yard line. First down and 10. Christensen under center. 7:45 left to go. Handoff to Willis. He's trying to get outside, but he can't bounce it outside, and so it'll only pick up a couple of inches, but they're going to give him 1, so it's 2nd down and 9.
First time today, I believe, Jeff, that we've seen this far twins look out of Jacksonville. Sioux Falls did their homework. They weren't buying it.
Nick Fargo, the linebacker, making the tackle on Jared Willis. 2nd down and 9 from the 39-yard line. Christensen under center, dropping back, going to fire across the middle of the field. Pass is caught by Ken Gossett, and he's down at the 41-yard line of the Sioux Falls.
Jacksonville screaming downfield. I'm not quite sure what that defense was of Sioux Falls. I didn't get a good look at it, but he had a couple of the receivers open at his disposal.
And Ken Gossett now over 100 yards. He's actually at 100 yards, so 7 receptions for 100 yards. If you take a look, Kenny G, this season, boy, oh boy, what can we say? 102 catches, 1,326 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns. He leads the league in targets. And Willis actually is 2nd on that list. But when you have an offense that's virtually just throwing the football, what do you expect as Jared Willis picks up a gain of 1?
And just when you thought you had enough, their tailback is 2nd in SFL in receptions with 90.
Jeez. This offense has been clicking for Jacksonville, and they're looking to not slow down anytime soon. 2nd and 9 from the Sioux Falls Sparrows 40-yard line. They'll fire it to Jared Willis coming out of the backfield and breaking out of a tackle. He will get past the arms of Alex Parker, and that is where he'll be hit for a gain of 5.
Jacksonville looking to melt the clock right here on this possession. Right now, the clock is the biggest enemy of Sioux Falls.
They can do that with a stop here and possibly get the football back. 3rd down and 5. Dropping back is Christensen, firing it deep to Gossett, and he makes the catch inside the red zone down to the 19-yard line. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
Unfortunate for Sioux Falls, they came out expecting that. Press man at the line of scrimmage, he has strong safety help over the top, and Christian Christensen able to thread the needle and make a tough throw right there for his receiver.
And Ken Gossett, we have come to expect just everything that he's done. He's now over 9,000 career receiving yards as well, and getting the football to the 9-yard line. The pass was caught by Jack Wall, the tight end.
With 5 minutes remaining in this contest, Sioux Falls needs to make a stand here if they want to get back in this game.
28-17, under 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Christensen under center. Jared Willis in the backfield. Sioux Falls needs a stop mightily, hold him to a field goal. Jared Willis gets crushed at the line of scrimmage. And coming up and making that big hit was John Barnhart yet again.
John Barnhart, he's made a couple of big hits today.
Yeah. He's made me squeamish a couple times up here in the booth. I know I jumped on Eddie's back one time, and he was like, "What the hell are you doing, boy?" But I don't know. All these hits that these quarterbacks are throwing around is Jared Willis again with another reception out of the backfield, gets to the 3-yard line.
The only thing you don't like about that play for Jacksonville is the fact he stepped out of bounds and stopped his clock. He's got to know the time down and distance and get that knee down in bounds.
28-17. Kings on top of the Sparrows. 3rd down and goal. Christensen under center at the 3-yard line. Looking to punch this one into the end zone. Christensen dropping back, firing it to Willis, but he doesn't have the blockers out there, and Sioux Falls will swarm and tackle him for a loss of 1.
Down here in tight. Secondary, there's no room for them to back up. Sioux Falls come out in a zone look here and able to corral the defender. There was the receiver, There was no one open downfield. Christian forced to check that ball down.
For the first time, we will see Jacksonville kick a field goal. It's now back-to-back possessions by both teams resulting in the first field goals of the game, and it comes in the fourth quarter. 4th down and goal. Mike Klein. Pressure coming in, is blocked. Sioux Falls got the block kick. And just like that, they needed a stop and they got it. Mike Klein's junior kick was blocked and Sioux Falls was started at their own 12. As we'll get back to action after this, you're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. And after a crazy turn of events, Mike Klein's junior kick was blocked and Sioux Falls getting the ball back at their own 12. They have a long way to go. Touchdown to keep hopes alive in the game. 1st down and 10. Tyree, pump fake's going to fire it across the middle, but it's broken up. Chad Guy was the one in coverage as he was looking for the tight end, Terrazas, but it falls incomplete.
That was Mike Klein's first miss of the season. He came in perfect, 14 of 14. But Cade Bigley, the outside linebacker, came in and blocked it. He almost scooped it up and started running toward the end zone, but he dove for it and missed.
2nd and 10. Tyree looking to try to get the first down here. He's got the empty set. Pump fakes again. He moves up in the pocket to buy time, and he finds his receiver. Great job from Tyree, the quarterback, and finding the receiver out wide. He's getting the reception was Al Delpre Sr. As Tyree going no huddle, firing it deep downfield, almost intercepted. As he had Michael Spruce in coverage and falls incomplete.
That should have been picked off. Judy can thank his lucky stars for that one.
Yeah, there were 2 Jacksonville players in the vicinity, and it falls incomplete. Spruce had the underneath coverage, and Tyree living on the edge. He's got to reel that in a little bit. 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter at their own 31-yard line. 2nd and 10. Taking the snap, dropping back is Tyree. Penalties coming up, and he just has to throw this one in the grass, and it falls incomplete. We'll take a look at what the penalty marker is on the field.
I didn't see who threw the flag, so I'm not sure what this penalty is.
Clipping, number 71, offense.
And it will be a clipping call.
No.
And this will back the Sparrows up as number 71 will get the call for the penalty of clipping as Casey Murray getting the flag on that one.
Couldn't have come at a worse time for Sioux Falls. Trying to protect his quarterback.
I don't see a clipping call there because he just... Oh, illegal block in the back.
That should have been a block in the back, not clipping.
2nd and 27 from
And so backing him up all the way to the 14. 2nd and 28. Tyree in the shotgun empty set formation. Got trips to the bottom of the formation. Tyree dropping back, firing it out to the left, and it's intercepted. That's what you do when you're living on the edge. Bruce coming up with another interception. His 2nd on the day was intended for Gunnar Lewis.
Yeah, Sioux Falls came with the same formation and the same play that almost got picked off 2 plays ago. This one, Michael Sprouse was able to hang on to, and a big turnover for Jacksonville, looking to seal this win and get a playoff spot.
1st down and 10, 2:52 left to go. You just know Sioux Falls is going to have to take their timeouts now. Desperate times. And throwing it almost intercepted, but he finds Grayson Willis on the sideline, and yet both quarterbacks living on the edge, and here Christensen converts to Grayson Lewis for a pickup of 5.
Indeed, I thought that ball was going to be batted in the air and possibly intercepted by a teammate. He was able to somehow get it over there outreached arms of the defender and complete a 5-yard pass.
Sioux Falls, the ball's at the Sioux Falls 30-yard line. Christensen under center. Jared Willis in the backfield. Christensen dropping back. Why run it? He's got pressure around him. He's going to fire to the receiver, and it's called
Fumble!
And it's picked up by Gossett.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, John Barnhart dove at the fumble and somehow missed it, and Jacksonville was able to recover. John Barnhart's going to be kicking himself.
Levy got his hands in there, stripping the football from Jack Wall and Ken Gossett. Johnny on the spot, able to jump on the loose football. But boy, oh boy, we both, wow, that could have been big for Sioux Falls. And now with 2:19 left to go, and Jacksonville again in prime real estate inside the red zone to put some more points up on the board. First down and 10, Christensen under center, Jared Willis in the backfield. 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Christensen driving back and a fire to Willis coming out of the backfield. Nice one-handed catch, and he'll get past the 10 to the 8-yard line. And we've come to the 2-minute warning. Jacksonville marching down the field, but Sioux Falls needs some stops late. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. And we're back for the final 2 minutes of action. And what a first game on For the Fans. First of 4. And this game couldn't have get any more crazier. 1:59 left to go. Christensen marching the Kings down the field. He's under center. He's going to throw it like he has all day. And Jack Wall, he will get into the end zone. He fumbled and almost gave the football to the Sparrows in there. He's doing a little CPR on the football, wondering why it came out of his hands the first time.
2 things happened in this play that surprised me. One, they're passing the ball unnecessarily, but it's Jacksonville, so I guess to expect it. And 2, they throw the ball to Jack Wall, who just fumbled the ball a couple plays ago.
Jeez, Jack Wall, 2 touchdowns in the game. His first touchdown game in the SFL as well. He also got his first touchdown, so now he's putting some people on notice. The tight end finally getting it done, and so coming out
Somewhere Mike Daggs is smiling.
Yeah, somewhere he's smiling. I don't know exactly where he is, but it's like a Where's Waldo as Mike Klein Jr. adds on the extra point. And so 35-17, Sioux Falls they need a couple big plays and a couple of stops as well. So now you only know they do got 3 timeouts though, so they can punt. They can kick the football if they need to. They don't have to go onside kick if they get the touchdown.
If there was ever a time for a kickoff return for a touchdown for Sioux Falls all season, it's right now.
Thank you everybody in the chat joining us for this ball game. Is seeing a crazy one in store. Jacksonville looking to punch their ticket and clinch their playoff spot, while Sioux Falls 7-3, they have clinched, but looking to maybe get to 8-3, make it a little bit more better seeding for themselves. As AJ Levy gets the ball out to the 27-yard line, so Tyree and company will start at the 27. He'll start in the shotgun empty set formation, and he's got 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, but it's going to be quads with the tight end going out in coverage, going out in the formation. He throws it that way, and it's going to be intercepted. And coming up with the big play, number 57 for the Jacksonville Kings, number 53 coming up. Big turn of events there for Sioux Falls.
Nate Arrington on an interception. You might be asking, who's he? Backup inside linebacker, makes the play in man coverage. You want to talk about a way to get a starting spot on a team? That's how you do it right there. Make plays, produce turnovers for your squad. That's how you get into the starting lineup.
Sioux Falls desperately needs miracles to happen now. Their chances of winning are on life support as the backup quarterback comes in. And Sioux Falls will take their timeout. And the backups for Jacksonville coming in as the quarterback now is Curtis Young.
Yeah, backups in the game. Perhaps they're looking to keep Christensen fresh for a playoff run should they secure this win today.
I don't blame them. The amount of times that they throw the football, they desperately need Christensen to stay healthy. 2nd and 14 after getting another jump for Sioux Falls, and the backup running back, Allen Urban, getting the carry. But it looks like they will accept the penalty, the Jacksonville Kings.
Yeah, they're going to accept this penalty, take the free 5 yards. And things looking bleak for Sioux Falls right now.
As number 90 getting caught in the backfield, James Kelly. As Sioux Falls keeping their playmakers on the field, and rightfully so. They desperately need something here. A pick six or just a turnover of any sort would be wonders for them. They got 2 timeouts remaining. Curtis Young coming in under center. He's got Urban in the backfield. 1:41 left to go. Hand off to Urban, going up the middle of the field and getting to the 26-yard line before he's wrestled down.
If Jacksonville holds on to this win, and it looks like they will, it'll be their first win versus Sioux Falls in 5 attempts.
Yeah, we showed the graphic earlier where they were 0 for 4. And it looks like Jacksonville's finally going to get that monkey off their back. Curtis Young in the backfield. Urban, under center. Urban going out wide. You got to fight across the middle of the field. And making the reception is number 10, Hunter Jones, with the reception. And so Sioux Falls will have to burn their final timeout. They got no timeouts remaining, and Jacksonville could put this one on ice.
Yep. First down, Jacksonville. Sioux Falls out of timeout. They're going to take a knee. The rest of this contest, this game is over.
And remember, coming up next, another great one in store. We got Seattle at Chicago. That'll be coming up at around 5 Eastern, 4 Central. It's going to be another one with big playoff implications. Seattle looking to keep their hopes alive. Chicago lost last week and desperately needs to win. They're at 5-5 as Curtis Young taking the victory formation and kneeling it down with 1:24 left to go.
You know, in a pregame meeting, I was asking A.J. Levy, the owner of this franchise, how is it that you managed to keep veterans on your team season after season? I mean, I know they had a couple of changes this season, but they've been pretty consistent so far. He asked his teammates, and Nick Fargo, the linebacker for Sioux Falls, said, "Alexa, play Loyalty by Kendrick Lamar," and that'll answer all their questions.
Alexa, play Loyalty by Kendrick Lamar. Never thought we'd get an Alexa going in the game, but if you got that bingo card, you could check that one off. 3rd and 13 as Young took the kneel again. And just 40 seconds left to go, 3rd and 13. Coming to the end of the ball game, 25 seconds remaining in this one. It's going to be another kneel down, and that will be the ball game as Jacksonville letting the clock drip all the way down with 2 seconds on the play clock. And Jacksonville could finally celebrate as they finally get the win against Sioux Falls, and it comes in Sioux Falls as well. That adds to it as well. And that is the ball game as the Sioux Falls Sparrows fall to 7-4, while the Jacksonville Kings will move to 7-4, getting a big game, and just like that, they clinched their playoff dreams as they clinched a playoff berth. Eddie, take us through just the final thoughts of the ball game today.
Jacksonville able to impose their will. We talked about it coming in. Would it be Sioux Falls' running game or Jacksonville's passing game? And Jacksonville, once again, proving why they've been consistently one of the better teams, able to impose their will Sioux Falls, in my opinion, didn't get Colin Hart involved enough. He's been successful when they did give him the ball, but it just wasn't enough of him, and Jacksonville to take advantage of it.
Colin Hart finished the day 15 carries for 132 yards. So it seemed like it was a quiet 132 yards, but more importantly, at least he got over that. He did zone as well. But just Christensen able to put those 4 interceptions behind him, throws 3 touchdowns, 344 yards, finished with a quarterback rating of 82.2.
Both teams, I mean, there's a logjam near the top. Still fighting for that number 2 seed, getting that first round bye. I mean, it's a lot. Like I said, it's a logjam. It all depends on strength of victory and all that nonsense that I'm too old to try to calculate. I let Cam do that job. But wow, I mean, you talk about a logjam near the top. There's going to be a lot of sorting out to do this week and next week.
And that is for sure. And thank God that I do not have to worry about that. That is all Cam on that one. And remember, coming up next, Seattle at Chicago at around 5 o'clock Eastern. After that, Mexico City and Tulsa at around 7 Eastern. And then Baltimore and Florida will close out the night around 9. And all these games will be on for the fans. Just a lot of playoff seeding will be on the line in today and tomorrow as well. But just a great game all the way around here today as Jacksonville finally got the win that they needed against Sioux Falls. Julian Tyree finished with 187 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, a QBR of 54.3. That's something that we've just never seen from him before.
Yeah, too many pass attempts and not enough handoffs for the Sioux Falls offense.
But on top of that, A.J. Warren, where are you at, young fella? You got 2 receptions for 32 yards. He was targeted 3 times, but it seemed like they just went away, and maybe give credit to the coverage for Jacksonville as they were able to hold him to just 34 yards. And the player of the game, Christensen, maybe it could have went to Ken Gossett, but you think that's the right call with Christensen?
I probably would lean toward Gossett. He did have a big day, but hey, just my opinion.
From Cam Irvine at SFL headquarters, Jeff Melanishin, Eddie Gage, thank you to Steven Hacker and Stats. You were watching the SFL on 11 Sports and for the fans.